Hello and welcome to Kolam Podu. I am Bhargavi Mani. If this is the first time that you're coming across our channel, let me quickly tell you what this channel is all about. Kolam Podu is a happy project. It aims to revive and demystify this wonderful South Indian traditional art form, which is more than just floor art. This video is part of the series where we are answering frequently asked questions in order to give people more clarity on this wonderful art form, Kolam. In this video, we are going to be discussing Ezhai and how do you draw good Ezhai. Now, the art of drawing a Ezhai is nothing but releasing of the Kolam Maavu using your forefinger and your thumb. See, for your columns to be beautiful, first thing is your Kolam Maavu consistency has to be right. We've already made a video on that. I'm attaching that link in this video. The second thing is for you to understand the technique of releasing this powder, which is the quality of your Ezhai. Now, before we get into the whole technique aspect, let me remind you to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Each of our fingers represents a certain element as per Ayurveda and Yoga. Now, what are these? Your thumb represents Agni or the fire element. Your index finger or forefinger represents Vayu, which is wind. Your middle finger represents Akasham or ether. Your ring finger represents Prithvi or the earth. And your little finger represents Jalam or water. Now, all these elements have to be in perfect balance for somebody to be healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. To get a good quality Ezhai, you will use the thumb and the index finger supported by these three other fingers. Now, your thumb, according to Ayurveda, represents Agni. Agni means the digestive power of the body. So, the growth and development of the body is completely influenced by this element. Now, your forefinger represents Vayu, which is responsible for the movement in the bodily functions. When these two elements come together, not only is a beautiful Ezhai coming together, but also a lot of health benefits. In Ayurveda, the bodies are identified by three types: Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Now, to understand the importance of the balance of each of this, we will discuss that in a separate video, but you just need to take into mind that Agni and Vayu are given a lot of importance when it comes to the kolam. So, while drawing the kolam, you tend to use the thumb and the forefinger as we discussed. Now, this part is where the release happens. You tend to pinch your kolam here and release it this way. And this release can decide whether your Ezhais or the lines are going to be thick, thin, short, long. Everything can be discussed and decided here. Did you know that a Ezhai says a lot about somebody's state of mind? Your mood, whether you're in focus or not, is something you can immediately understand if you just look at your own Ezhais, because the coordination and mindfulness are the two most important factors that are essential for a Ezhai to be of good quality. So, the first step is you need to learn how to hold your kolam powder. Now, it needs to be held tight enough, at the same time loose enough for the release to happen consistently. So, you use your forefinger as the base and you hold the kolam powder in position using your thumb, and this release is how the Ezhai happens. This is your first step, where mentally you need to know how you need to hold the powder in position, yet while it has to be firmly held in position, it also needs to be loose enough. Well, stay tuned and watch this video till the very end. I'm also going to be sharing some tips and tricks and all my little secrets. So if you see, I've held my kolam powder, I've pinched it, and now I am releasing it. Now if you notice, it's thicker here and thinner here because I'm a little tensed and making this video, and obviously I was not mindful about it. Now let me show you when I'm being mindful about it and I want to release my kolam podi, right? What happens? Now do you notice the difference? When my coordinations are in place and I'm mindful about the act, the kolam release is a lot more consistent and it's a lot cleaner. So if I were to draw a curve, what happens? Now if you notice, in this direction it's thinner, in this direction it's thicker. Now these are things that one needs to take into account while drawing their earrings and understanding how their earrings or their fingers flow. Now if you want to draw a thin earring, you need to take a smaller pinch and draw. So there it is. So did you know that your earrings reflect a lot on your coordination and quality of mindfulness? People tend to underestimate this. This is a subject for a separate video and we will address this much later. But if you enjoyed this video and you think you've learned something out of this, it would be wonderful to see you press the like button and leave us a comment. Feedback always helps. Also, if you think this content is going to help somebody else, please be generous and share it with them. We are present on multiple social media platforms. Here are the details. However, we're most active on Instagram and YouTube. If you have any questions pertaining to kolam, please reach out to me. You can either leave me a comment on the YouTube channel or send me a message on Instagram and I will always respond. Remember, I'm always message away. Subscribe to our channel and do press the bell icon for regular updates because we're working on a lot of content which could be nuggets which will improve your kolam experience. Life is beautiful if we choose for it to be. So until I see you next, Kolam Podu.